In India, 80% of the people invest in low yield investment instruments such as bank FD, bank fixed deposit, bonds, national savings certificate, and various other post office schemes. Okay, which delivers return in the range of 6-7%. And if you consider the deduct the TDS, it is effectively 5.5% in hand, and which cannot combat inflation, which is growing at the rate of 10% on the ground. So it is like this. Say 100 rupee petrol can cost you 110 rupees next year, quite possible. No, right? And 10 rupee biscuit can cost 11 rupees. This is also quite possible. No, and my maid's salary is 2,500, so she can ask a hike of 500, so that will go to 3,000. So this is more than 10%, right? So like that, if you compare everything in your household items, no, you will see that it is close to 10%. The inflation rate is close to 10%. So if, and that will make you that is making you poorer by 4.5%. See, your money is growing at the rate of 5.5%, and your inflation is growing at 10%. So this you are getting poorer by, technically you are getting, and in reality you are getting poorer by 4.5%. And that is exactly the reason why poverty is not going out of this country. So that is the reason. Okay. So government releases some inflation rate, which is a wholesale inflation rate. Okay, but you and me are we have to buy things at the retail rate, right? So it is close to 10%. So the reality I have shown you here. Okay, all right. So if that happens that way, then we all will miss all our financial goals, because our money is not increasing, right, by this method, which 80% of the Indians are using like this. I don't have anything against this, but I'm telling you the facts. Okay, so this everything is in front of you, huh? So if that's the case, then all your financial goals, now that will be messed up. Financial goals in the sense, your retirement corpus, your kids education, and then kids marriage, and your home, dream home. No, all these are major components of anybody's yeah, anybody's financial goals. So retirement corpus, kids education, kids marriage plans, and home, dream home. So that is the major chunk of anybody's financial goals. So all those will be messed up. So that's the again major problem there. So now, okay, so so the stock market can effectively counter the inflation. So we have seen that in the coming slides we will see that the stock market has returned 16-17%, okay, in last 40 years. Let me show you that screen. Okay, so here this is the 40-year history track record. Okay, so the Sensex was listed in 1979 with 100 basis points, and today it has gone to 60,000 around now. So it is giving 16% compounded for 40 years, 42 years. So let us check the situation today, and then we can confirm this one. So this is the track record of Sensex, BSE Sensex. Okay, so let us see the result now. So what is Sensex today? Sensex is how much? Sensex today is how much? At 60,000 to 61. Okay, so it has started at 100 points. Okay, I'll just show you 60,000 to 61. What the price now? So it was started in the 1978-79, no, April 1979 with 100 basis points. Okay, so we'll say 100 here and 79. So today's like this current year is 2023 minus 1979. So how many years? 44 years. So 44 years. 100 is started. Today's price is this much. So let us see what is the compounded rate of result. It is around 15.5%. But because market is not hasn't moved no for last 1 year, it is stuck around 60,000. So but it has given uh, close to 16-17% compounded. No, so this is proved. Our statement is proved, right? So yeah, so so here, so our statement is proved that so 16-17%. Okay, so here 16-17%. It can counter the inflation because inflation is growing at the rate of 10%. So here the stock market is giving 16-17%. So which is effectively countering that one. No? Okay. All right. Okay. So in the long run. So the problem with this is equity market is risky because the strike rate, like success rate of any person is only less than 5%. So that means 95% of people lose money in the stock market. Okay, and that's a pretty huge number. So all those 95% of the people will be saying bad about the stock market. So they will be always be bad mouthing about the stock market. Okay, because they have experience, they had a bad experience now, so obviously they will do that. But we have seen a different picture, right? So that happens 5% success rate. Why? Because they don't have proper training or stock advisory service. So there is no proper training because these things are not taught in any school, college, no, the stock market investing kind of thing. So because no training means this is like going taking your car without any taking any driving lessons. You take your car, you will obviously hit someone, right, or meet an accident. So that is training is important here. So since training is not there, so that's the reason people lose money here. And then stock advice, if nobody is there to advise, so obviously will make losses, no. So that's the thing. Okay, that's again a problem then, no. Here we are discussing the problem statement. So and then again, stock market investing skills, this could last for your lifetime. We have seen that this is for around 50 years at least, it will serve you know. But the problem is that these are rare skills and not taught in any academics like school, college, and universities. It is not a part of that curriculum. Okay. So, but we have seen that every wealthy person on this planet has something to do with the stock market. Like we have so many other, so many investors are there. So, okay. So, and this is effectively, and this stock market is effectively countering your inflation. Okay. So again, these skills are very rare and not taught in academics. So this is again a problem. So how the common person would should approach. Okay. So one has to take proper training from successful stock market investor who have proven track record. But such trainers are rare again because the people who are successful, they won't be doing training kind of thing, right? And with some people will be with less some degree of success will become trainer. So you have to check their track record. Okay, and you have seen our track record, right, what we have achieved in our success videos, then only you are here. So like that, so these things are poor, that's rare, so since we are at the early stage of our success story, we want to train as much as people in our journey towards stock market success. So that is our thing. Okay, so there are lots of successful investors around us, like Mr. Junjunwala, Mr. Warren Buffett, Mr. Ramdev Agarwal, and so many others. No? But the problem is that they don't share the secrets of the knowledge with others. So like how then how the common person will gain just by following them. So they will never disclose how, when, why, or what they have invested yesterday, few weeks back, or a month back. So the common person will only know when their stocks have multiplied several times, become multi-bagger figures, and they have those stocks, their stocks has delivered multi-bagger return. Then only after few years they will come to know. So that is not helping. That won't be helping the common person anyway, because they have already missed the bus. No? So the main problem here is there are successful people, but they don't share the secret. So the common person won't benefit just by following them. No, no. Okay, so there is some secret to it, and we will share our secret in this video lecture. Okay, all right. So SEBI registered investment advisor with expertise in the equities with proven track record are extremely rare. So see, there are this SEBI now. They gives license to this investment advisor license. They will give to mutual fund sellers, and then insurance product sellers, or any financial planners. They will give license to all this, the same license, investment advisor. But the main thing we feel is like the main thing is in the equities. This is the best asset class now, as defined by Mr. Warren Buffett. He defines as this is the equities are the best asset classes in the long run. So the person who are in expertise, even though they are holding this investment advisory that's license, but it is not true that they will be expertise in this equity stock market, है ना? So that is another issue. So you have to be like searching who are expertise, है ना? Then only they can guide you into the stock market investing success. So this is again a rare thing. Okay, and then one can learn this stock marketing investing skills what we have learned. Okay, and become successful or more successful than us. But the problem is that it takes lot of time, you know. It takes lot of time. We took around 7-10 years to learn and mature. Okay, and we also don't know what kind of costly mistakes the this student and working professional will be making, right? And there is also the strike rate is very poor, no? Only 5% strike rate is there. So that is the reality. So so that's the thing, that is in this process they will making this will take lot of time, and then they will be making lots of costly mistakes, and we don't know how costly they are. Okay, so the idea is, why don't you save this, at least you take training and get a head start, and by 1-2 years you will be matured, because with this knowledge you won't be making all the mistakes what we have made, right? So you won't be repeating all those mistakes all over again. So you will avoid that, है ना, in the first place. ठीक है. So you will save at least 5-7 years of valuable time of your life. So that is the main main point here. So you will be saving this amount of time of your life. So you get trained or get a well researched stock advisor, well researched stock advices. So we will be in this thing, we will be advising you valuable stock, undervalued stock, where you can park your money, invest your money, and uh, create a wealth out of it, है ना? So what is in this course material? So we will learn so in this course material we will learn in depth about the stock market and stock market investing. Okay, and all the important parameters we will be seeing in a good stock, right? So all the important parameters, like to ascertain the financial soundness and financial strength of any stock or any business, we will learn like we can ascertain through by checking the certain parameters. Okay, like one healthy guy is there, so you have to check his BMI, weight, height, cholesterol, blood count. Okay, cholesterol, and then all those things you have to measure. Then only a doctor will be able to certify that this is a healthy guy. Likewise, uh, we can ascertain by seeing some parameters, we can ascertain that this is a good stock to be invested. So this is a investable stock or not. So we can um, ascertain by seeing some parameters. Okay. So to identify good, great business and great stock, that we will discuss. And then analyze the profit loss statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement. So we'll run through this financial documents, to make sure everything is fine. All it is in this has a financially sound business, and financial strength is there, and it is not debt ridden or some financial issue is not there. We'll make sure, we'll learn through this. We'll make sure that there is no problem in that financially, at least. Because businesses run, there's cash, the businesses run through money, so that money problem should not be there. Any like financial issues should not be there in any business. Okay. And then the behavioral thing, how you have to behave, how to you have to keep your emotions in check, and then the patience and time aspect. So we will discuss all these things, how they are important. Okay. And we will see how to behave in the extreme pessimism condition like market crash, and then corona and global meltdown cases. That situation when market is beaten down completely, down and out. So how you have to handle those emotion, and how one should behave as an investor, that we will see. And then in the booming market conditions, when market is, everything is booming, and this market is heated up, and market is reaching peaks each passing month. So on those conditions, how you have to behave on all those conditions, how the investors behavior should be, that we will learn. Okay. And to find the multi-bagger gems, from our past examples, we have missed lot of multi-baggers. Very closely we have missed them. So, but we have learned from that mistakes, corrected ourselves, and then we are now holding several multi-baggers, and we'll see with live examples. And we will have a separate class on how to find the multi-baggers. So, and which are potential multi-baggers, which can multiply your wealth, which can create some kind of wealth for you. That we will discuss. So there are some characteristics, so we will discuss them. All right. So and at the end of the course, after this course, you should be able to identify great stock yourself and invest confidently in them. So that is the main purpose of this. So, and you should be acting independently. You don't have to take anybody's help. You should be independent thinker. You will operate as an independent thinker. So you don't have to rely on anyone. You have to you can do yourself. So some speculation comes, now this is happening, that is happening. You have to cross verify, and you will be taught in such a manner that you don't need anybody's help. So you can judge, make your call. So that you will be trained in that particular manner. Okay. Now laying the foundation. So here in this section, okay. So in this section we'll learn we'll start from the basics, okay, and then we'll learn some important terminologies which is required for successful stock market investing. Every nuts and bolts, whatever we know, all the secrets on every point, whatever is there, whatever is inside us, so I will tell you, to become a successful stock market investor. So every definition we won't be, it's not possible, but we'll be telling you more than sufficient. Okay, so we will be telling you more than sufficient, so more than sufficient things we'll be telling you, which will be required for successful stock market investing. Okay, so we will this course is designed in such a manner that you will be given more than sufficient knowledge. So you will be, and if it is practice, one should be easily be, tasting enough success in the stock market investing. So this course is designed in such a manner. Okay, and then everything will be in easy, simple language. So I won't be using hard words, no, difficult words. So it will be plain and simple language. So anybody should be able to understand. So whoever knows the basic English should be fine. And this should be like this course should be in such a manner that any layman or any school going student, not 10th class or 12th class student, should be able to follow this one. So what is required is basic mathematics, na, addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication, and then how to calculate the percentage, and then ascending order patterns and descending order patterns. So only this much. So this much any school kids also know, right? Ascending order, descending order, my second standard daughter knows, no, how to spot that. So that is there, and this one everyone know, no, this basic mathematics and how to calculate the percentage. Only this much is required, and little common sense, okay, little common sense. That's all. This much is only required. This is stock market is not a rocket science. Okay, so anybody can be a successful stock market investor. So just have to put just follow the do's and don'ts. All the do's and don'ts will be put in this video lecture throughout this video lecture. Just follow them, and you should be good. Okay, so this is like any 12th class person can understand. So. And Warren Buffett says when he was 11, no, he told that I was too late. So I will just tell him his quote if it is there. So screen tools. I started at 11. So this one, Mr. Warren Buffett, or legendary investor, he says he started at 11, and he still regrets he's been too late. So that's way. So that's the reason I'm telling this. Any school student should be able to understand. Okay, so that's the reason. So this is so kind of easy, because I've been doing this now for a while. So I know this. This is the basic mathematics you should know: ascending order, descending order, and little common sense. That's all. Okay, so this is so easy. You have to follow some certain do's and don'ts. Okay, so that way. So yeah. Okay, the source of our knowledge. So see, it is not like we have been very successful from day one, right? Or so we have learned from various sources. Okay, so we have learned like I will tell my story. Okay, how I started. So, but I will tell you the books here. So Benjamin Graham books is there, no? Through this book, this was very valuable book, The Intelligent Investor. This is recommended by his disciple, Mr. Warren Buffett. This is the Benjamin Graham was a professor in Columbia University, so under which Mr. Warren Buffett has learned all his skills, and he also gone through this book, and he recommends this, and this is a very valuable book. Okay, lot of things come from here, all the philosophies and many good things come from here. And then one more book is there, Security Analysis, from Benjamin Graham itself. And then I will tell the books at the last also, but I will just put anyway. So here are the books. At the end you will find it anyway. So here are the our books. This is The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch, Common Stocks on Common Profit by Phil Fisher. So these three books are very important. You can say this is particularly this one, and these three should be good for you. Okay, and if you want Indian writer, then you can recommend this. So when we come to this slide, we will run through them. I'll just have a snapshot. So let's run through them. Okay, so that's the about the book. So we have gone through those books and got some knowledge. Okay, so that's one aspect. Second aspect was like we have run through lots of um, interviews. YouTube, in the YouTube book, in YouTube we have gone through a lot of interviews of Mr. Warren Buffett and Mr. Junjunwala when he was alive, you know. So he used to give some interviews. So we run through those interviews. We have learned bits and pieces of knowledgeable words, right? So, and at the earlier stages, I used to open his holdings and check what is going on. So one thing I noticed was he used to buy in huge numbers, not 100, 250 stocks. It would run into several lakhs and crores of shares. Okay, so one thing I understood is that if you want to become rich, you have to buy in huge numbers. That is the first thing I got. Okay, I didn't understand much of the things, but one thing I spotted is this is the should be there. Okay, yeah. So okay, so that's the thing, and lot of interviews from wise investors, no, successful investors. I used to learn from that. I have learned several things from them, you know. And then reading, lots of readings I have done, you know, through various sources from internet. Okay, so it's like this, like when you learning, right? When you are learning, so your sources should be multiple things. One is from uh, successful investors, right? And then lot of books, you know, and then internet. Okay, and then your research, your personal research, you know. Okay, so lot of things. This is kind of reverse, right? This, so if multiple channels are there, no, so you become a sea of knowledge, you know. So ocean of knowledge you become, you know, because lot of your knowledge is coming from various inputs, no. So you become more knowledgeable, isn't it? So that's the way it has happened to me in my case, you know. So I have done a lot of research. So I will tell you this incident, the multi-bagger incident, no. Okay, so what happened several years back when I started, na, in 2013. So this one, Times of India, I used to take that newspaper. Okay, on that Times of India, Mondays we have a supplement called Wealth. Correct. I don't know whether they give nowadays or not, but at that time it was Wealth. The supplement was there, you know, in Times of India. Okay. Okay, so I'm not promoting Times of India anyway, but I'm telling what happened to me, you know. So wealth by one supplement used to come by name Wealth in Times of India on Mondays. Okay, so on that particular edition, no, on that particular day, they have spotted like some multi-baggers, and they have multiplied 5 times, 10 times, 8 times, so many stocks. Okay, so and they have given this much return in so quick time. So I thought like how this happened. So I started my research. Okay, and then found those reasons. I have those reasons. I found out those reasons, and that will be covered in the our multi-bagger class, you know. So that is there. So that is the thing. So I will tell that. I will because you don't know the terms and definitions, no? So you will be like I don't want to complicate here. So I will tell you everything, no, there. So there is some reason to that, and I will tell you with proof, you know. Okay. All right. So here, so that way I spotted like how to find a multi-bagger. Some reasons are there. One strong reason, no. Okay. So and that kept on going. Okay, we kept on learning, no? So we found out like solid reason which are the multi-bagger candidate which can become a multi-bagger. So that way we have researched. Now we can say that we can spot which has a high potential of becoming a next multi-bagger. Not that way. Okay, so mistakes. We have made lot of mistakes. Okay, we have made lot of mistakes. and since you are taking this training, you will avoid those mistakes, because you will be learning the things na, because all those gyan is now in this tutorial, so you will avoid making those mistakes. Okay, so your you will avoid making those mistakes. So that way, so you like when you learn yourself, you'll be making all the mistakes. You don't know what kind of mistakes you will be making. So since you will be trained in the correct manner, so you will make lesser mistakes, no, you know. So most the grave mistakes you won't be making, at least, you know. So that way, so we have made lot of mistakes, you know. We have learned from that, and we have incorporated that how to avoid those mistakes. Okay, and we have learned from that. Okay, and one mistake we have made was how we missed our multi-bagger, and they went on to become multi-baggers. Okay, so we came out early with 80-90% profit. So at least that they have doubled the money, but they have gone to become 100 bagger, even 100 baggers. I will just tell you in examples now when we see that slide. So like that, so many multi-baggers we have missed, no, but we have learned from those mistakes, and now we hold, you know. So we have learned from our mistakes, you know. So these are the source of knowledge only, right? When you make mistakes, you learn, right? You get become intelligent, you know, with time. So see here. So now you so you mistakes. So you are learning from successful stock market investor, books, internet. You are doing your own research, and you are learning from your own mistake. So many things you are learning, na, so many channels. So you becoming a more knowledgeable person, you know, that way. So that's the case. Okay, now let me tell you my story, how it began. Okay, so see, I was an normal common guy only. I'm still a common guy only. But in 2013, okay, or December, I remember. So I was in IT at that time. So one of my colleague and myself used to go to tea or coffee in the morning and afternoon, evening. Okay, so he was into the stock market. So he used to say that this has gone 5% up, 7% up. So I thought, no, I'm not interested. So my wife is in SBI, right? SBI. So we were getting 1% extra. At that time, I remember we were getting 11% returns, and for normal public, we were getting 10%. So we were getting 1% extra. So I was very happy with this. So used to tell him that no, boss, I am very happy with this, because I don't understand all these things. So this kept on going. Okay, so this kept on going, and he used to tell all the time. You know? So and one more thing was that, because I used to remember that I was not interested was, I remember this, this whenever this market crash happens, no. So in Times of India or any, I used to take Times of India at that time. So so today market has crashed. So tomorrow morning they will print one photo, people holding their head like this, and lakhs of crore gone in smoke. That will be the headline in bold letters. So that was very scary for me. I was always scary. That scared me a lot. So that's the reason I was very not interested in at all, in this stock market. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so so then this went on for days. So one fine day, I thought like, what this guy is telling. So I was like, he used to tell that this has gone 5% up, 7% up in a single day. Then I thought, boss, what are you telling? Like, I am waiting for 11% for whole year, 12 months, and you are telling that this has gone 7% up, 5% up in one single day. What is all this? Then I came one fine day, came back home, and typed Google, Googled characteristics of a good stock, and then it has listed pages. I from that day onwards, I started reading everything, A to Z, whatever is randomly. Went on reading for till 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 a.m. Go on reading. So I was never knowing that I will reach here. So I have just Yes, for a knowledge purpose I started, okay. So every I have literally gone through all the definition terms and definitions, okay. So that way my story started, okay. And today I have like so many multi-baggers, you must have seen our in our successful videos. uh, ठीक है. So that is my story, okay. So now since I have learned this, so I know the recipe, right, to how to create wealth and how to spot multi-baggers. Now I know how to multiply several times. So I have we have lot of multi-baggers now in our portfolio. So now for the rest of the life, I have to do the same thing. Find new stock and then which can remultiply, put it there, and then remultiply, put it there. So all the years I have to do the same thing only, So since you know the recipe, you can like get spot the multi-bagger as much as you want. So market will give a lot of opportunities. Okay, so that's the thing. So we have learned everything from scratch, okay. So that way, because I was also a common person like you, not knowing ABCD of stock market. It was very alien. All these definitions now, what is stock, equities, dividend. This was very alien to me. I was not knowing. I was just blind because I don't have any business background. My forefathers were farmers. My father was a government employee, so I have no business connection at all. I'm not from business. I don't have any business background. Okay, and I myself was an engineer, electrical engineer. Okay, and so no commerce background as well. So yeah, I have done MBA, but that after tasting success. Okay, so that way. Fine. So we know exactly what is needed to be successful. So since we have learned everything from the scratch, so we know for a new guy, for an unknown person who don't know anything about it, we know what it takes for him to become successful because we have traveled that journey, right? So that way. So we will be in the best position to guide anyone who don't know ABC about stock market investing. Okay. So we'll teach you the same. So whatever we know, we will be teaching you through this video course. And if anything is left, we'll have that support system, right? We will be helping out you. Okay. So now let us see the past examples. Okay. So we will see the past examples, whatever we have missed, and then we'll try to see them one by one. So I will just open my Demat record. Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. So in this past example, whatever in this past example, we'll see what multi-bagger, no, multi-bagger stocks which we have missed, so we'll discuss them, because we have closely missed them. So I will open my Demat here. I've just opened this. So yeah. Mm. So my everything is in the SBI cap security because my wife is in SBI now. So SBI bank. So I told her to open. So, but initially I opened with angel broking. Okay, 10,000, and then but later on I, because that transfer of money I wanted is smooth, so I want like I got a SBI bank account also, so I want everything in single place now. So that's the reason I opened here. So okay, so this is my Demat holding. So I want to show with proof now, so that you should not feel that I'm talking everything in air. So we'll see. Okay, let us see one by one. So I will discuss before we go to the next this coming slide. Now we'll discuss these points, bullet points. Now, so we will discuss the past stocks we have missed narrowly, very narrowly we missed. We came out early, and they went on to become multi-baggers. We will see that one. No? So we came out like 80-90% profit, but that has multiplied to even 100 times. Okay, so that we will see, and we will discuss they have created the wealth. Okay, I missed them, but done some research and found out that why they became multi-baggers. So we have done research after that also, no? So yeah, so it is not like I have missed those stocks one after another. I was holding all the stocks, no, all the stocks at the same time. Okay, so because I was at the earlier stage of the like my investing journey, right? So it is bound to have to make mistakes, you know? So I've lost all of them, almost all of them, you know? You see that. So we have learned from those mistakes and then applied that valuable knowledge. Okay, and now we find ourselves at this stage. Now you must have seen our success videos. We are holding some multi-baggers now. So we have missed it earlier in the earlier stages, but learned from that mistakes and now able to hold them, you know, that way. And this learning will be for your lifetime. Now let us see these examples. Okay. Okay. So first one is this one, Balaji Mines. This is we are still holding, no? So we'll skip this one. We'll move to another one. So yeah. So NGL Fine Chemicals. So NGL Fine Chemicals. This one, no? So I remember this. I spotted at 27 rupees. 27 rupees. So if you open this 27, and then it has reached to 535 in 2018. So in span of 3 years here, 2014, na? Chalo 4 years, 4 years. So in 4 years, na? 1 year from here, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 3.5 years. Okay. So it has multiplied say 25 times at this stage. Now let us see what is the peak it has attained. I will show in my Demat account also, no? So let us see that how much it has gone. Okay, so in this screener, I just open. So NGL Fine Chemicals. So here in 2014 it was 27 rupees. Somewhere here I got, no? Here. Okay, and then it has peaked. It has reached us. The peak it has reached is 3,500, no? 3,500. Okay. So how much it has returned from suppose I would have invested, remained invested, no? So it would have returned 3488 divided by 27 rupees. So 130 times means like 1 lakh investment could have gone converted into 1.3 crores. Hai na? This, if somebody has invested 1 lakh, it could have been converted into 1.3 crore. Actually, I have invested 80k. Hai na? I will just show you there. So now let me show the. So this you understood, right? 130 times it has multiplied. See, 130 times. Peak divided by initial stage. So let me show you that our holding there. So Control F, NGL. See here, I just maximize this. So NGL Fine Chemicals. See, so we were holding 3,500 stock. This one, at the rate of average price of 32 rupees. So if you can see how much we have invested, now it would have been like 3531, and suppose we got this one sold at the peak, what would have been this much, huh? So this is the amount we number of stocks we were holding, and this is the peak. So how much it would have been? 1 crore 23 lakhs. Correct. So we have invested around how much? 31 into 32 rupees, no? Or 33 rupees you can say. So we have invested around 1 lakh. So it would have been transformed into 1 crore 23 lakhs. So we came out early, you know? So that was the miss. Okay. So that is the, so we have, it was painful, no? So we could have been crorepati by that the initial stage itself, you know? But that doesn't happen. So we have learned from that mistake. So yeah, this was the most painful one. We still remember this. Okay, now the second stock will come to know is this is the one thing. So here the second one is, this one is Jai Bharat Maruti. Okay, we spotted at we bought at 140 levels. We spotted it early, but we had money na at 140 levels only. Okay. So from 140 it has gone to, the peak was 700. So if you divide 700 by 140, it will at least 5 times it has multiplied no, for us. From here, from this stage, it has multiplied how many? 1 year. From here to here, 1 year, 2 year, and then 3 year. In 3 years, it has multiplied 11 and a half times. Okay. Okay. Let me show in my demat. So these are the misses, you know. Bharat Maru. Jai Bharat Maruti, see, 300 plus 1200 at 160 levels, na, see, 161, and it has went to 700, no, 700. It has went to 700, no, 700. It has gone to. See here. This is old. This money control. They have changed the GUI now. So at that time I have recorded, no. Yeah. Okay. So I will just show you. I've shown that one. No? See here. We are holding at 160 levels, na. All right. See here, and then here. Okay. So let us move to another stock. And this is from the Kelton Tech. Earlier, I am showing from other stocks. No? So this was from pharma. This was from pharma. Second was from auto ancillary. Okay. And third one is from Kelton Tech. That is IT product, IT software product. No? So I want to convey that multi-bagger can come from any sector. Okay. So let us see this. So we were holding at 10 rupees. This stock was available for 10 rupees, no? Around 2014. So everything around 2014, because 2013 our journey started. Na? By 2014 we had our demat ready, so we have started buying this one. Okay, and within the span of 2 years, see here, it has multiplied 23 times. See, 10 rupees, and it has gone to 230. Na? See here, no? Here. Okay, so it has given 23 times. So means 1 lakh ka 23 lakhs, isn't it? So let me show in my holdings. You know, here. What was that? Kelton Tech, no? Kelton. Here. So we have sold everything. Na? So what the amount we were holding? 1000. Okay. 1000 at the rate of 10 rupee. Na? See. So we were holding 1000 stocks. So 10,000 we have invested. Na? Okay. So okay. So at 9-10 rupees we got. Now today, and it went on to 230. So it would have been like given 23 times return. No? So in 10,000 into 23, that is 2.3 lakhs. It would have been converted. No? So that way. Okay. Okay. So that is our holding there, and then GM Breweries. So this again we missed. So this was available for 40 rupees. We have spotted 40 rupees, and then it went on to 720. See here, in 2 years. So it has given 11 times return in 2 years. Okay. So yeah, I will just show you our demat. That is, we are holding that. Okay. Control F. GM previous here. So we were holding around 100 stocks, no? At the rate of 112. So even if we have bought at 112, it would have been at least 7 times, 6-7 times here. You know? Okay, so this is the way we have missed this one. You know? Okay. All right, and one more stock, Shreyans. Same with the Shreyans, it has given 18 times return. No? Just second. Okay, so Shreyans Industries, right? So yes, show it has multiplied. How much? It has multiplied over. See here, it has multiplied 18 times. So it has, we are spotted at around 10 rupees. You know? So let us see that. So the demat. So Shreyans. Yeah. So we were having a 51 stocks, you know, at 40 rupees. So in 2014 we bought, no? So it was around that. So it has gone from, even if it is 40 rupees, right? So even it has gone to 220 or 230. So it has been how much? 230 divided by 40 rupees. No? Or at least almost 6 times return it would have given. So we came out early. So that's a miss, huh? Again a miss. Okay, so now let's move to one more. Oh, that was from paper. Okay, so this was from paper, paper, paper sector. No, so I am telling that not this one. This is from this is from metal. This is metal. This one is from paper. Shreyans, no, this is from paper. Okay, and this one, the last one is from Tata Metallics. Okay, this is one stock called Tata Metallics. See here, Tata Metallics. Tata Metallics, we spotted at around 140. No, we purchased at 140. Spotted at long because we don't have money now at that. So by time we had money now, it has gone to 140. So from 140 to 944, around again 7-8 times at least. It has given return. It would have given return to us. So let us see the our demat holding. So it has delivered how much? 13.5 times in so quick time, no? 3.5 years. Okay. So let us see. So what was this? Tata Metallic. You can move forward and backward, no, the stocks, because and pause this video in between if you like. Okay, Tata Metallics, we were holding 740 stocks here at the rate of 130. So at 130 around we bought. No? So it would have been given to us how much? 944. No, 944 divided by 132. 7 times. It would have been a 7 bagger for us. No, so 1 lakh ka. 1 lakh it would have given 7 lakh, or 10 lakhs could have converted to 70 lakhs that way. So you have seen that. So these are the stocks we have missed. Okay, so from that we have learned our lessons, you know, and then we have improved ourselves, and now we have learned our lesson and we have incorporated that, and we are now able to hold this so many other multi-baggers. You know? Okay, so these are the few handful of them. So we learned from those mistakes, you know, and now we know how to hunt multi-baggers, and that exactly will be teaching to you. You know, okay. So what are the things? This Balaji Mines, we have purchased at 550 stocks at 120. It has reached to maximum. It has peak. It has reached to 4974, close to 5,000, giving around 41 times return. You know, see here, if you divide 4974 divided by 120 to 41 times. You know? So 66,000 converted into 27 lakhs, है ना? So it has given 41 times return, है ना? So 1 lakh investment would have given to 41 lakhs, that way. And Saxoft, it has given return, we have purchased at 150 and it has reached to 993. Okay, now it has been split, the stock split happened, so don't get confused. No, stock split means they have divided the number of shares in 1:10. 1:10. Okay. So now the price will be now 100 something. Okay. So 26,000 we have invested, it has transformed into 1,73,000. So given 6.5 times return. And then one third one, this is a partial list. So JB Chemicals karke one company. So around 290 we got, and it has reached 1732. So 1.5 lakhs you have invested, it has transformed into close to 10 lakhs. Okay, giving 6 times return. So now we are able to hold. See, so we have missed earlier, but now we are able to hold. Now we know the complete cycle. Now we know how to spot them and to hold them. So this exactly the skills we will be teaching to you. This is a partial list. We have some more. Okay. Okay. Now we'll discuss this in next class. Let's pause this.